Hello!
Hello and welcome to Tikkabilla. Look what I found in the dressing up box today. I found a piece of silk and I'm going to wear it as a skirt. Now silk feels really, really smooth. Now what else have I got? Oh, I've got a furry jacket that feels lovely and soft and snuggly. Now I've also got a hard bracelet which is quite bubbly and lumpy and bumpy. And finally, I have got a lovely feather boa, which is really very soft. Oh, listen to that. I wonder what it is.
Hello! Welcome to Simon's Sound Studio.
Simon's Sound Studio.
Ah, clapping. I like the sound of that. Clapping can be the first sound in my demonstration. Will you clap with me? Ready, and... Stop. The next sound is a triangle. Why is a triangle called a triangle? Because it's a triangular shape. And a triangle is made out of metal, which gives it that lovely dingy sound. What other sounds do we have? A wood block. And a wood block sounds woody because it's made out of wood. What other sounds are there? Where's that sound coming from?
Here.
It's Sarah Jane.
It's my time for a snack bell. And I've got some tasty fruits here and I'm going to eat them. Now I'm going to start with sweet tasting strawberries. Mmm, yummy.
Well, it sounds delicious. Oh, there's some grapefruit here. Let's have a taste. It tastes tangy and a bit bitter, but it's really nice.
Well, what about this lovely banana? Sweet.
Now, there's another banana over here. It's a picture of a banana for us to see. It's a lovely looking banana, just the right shade of yellow, and it's nice and bendy, just like bananas are.
Oh, look over here. Look at this beautiful flower. You know, you can almost smell it. It's so beautiful.
You know, I think I can smell flowers. And the smell's coming from over there. Shall we follow our noses?
Oh, hello.
Oh, the smell's coming from here, Simon.
Hello. Look, I've made a smell museum where there are lots of things to smell. Can you smell this lovely flower?
Oh, I'd love to have a smell. Oh, smells lovely.
Oh, yes, that's the smell that brought us here.
Ah, well, this has a smell too. It's toothpaste. Ah, it has a minty smell. What does your toothpaste smell like? Would you like a sniff, Simon?
Oh, I'll have a sniff. Minty.
And this is my favourite smell. Oh, it's my favourite smelly sock.
Oh, Dumber, it's a pongy sock.
Your socks might be pongy, Simon, but this sock has just been washed, so it has a lovely fresh smell. Have a sniff. Ah. Oh, it might be a bit difficult for you to smell my sock. Perhaps you can imagine how it smells. Yes, come on, have a big sniff with me. Ah, can you imagine that fresh, socky smell? Oh, there are lots of things to smell all around you.
There are, aren't there?
Yeah.
Smell and touch, taste, hear, see. Come and sing the senses song with me.
Smell and touch, taste, hear, see. Time to smell, ready, 1, 2, 3.
Smell the flowers, sniff the air. Things to be smelled are everywhere.
Oh, that smells lovely. Smell and touch, taste, hear, see. Time to touch, ready, 1, 2, 3.
Touch your cheeks, touch your hair. Things to touch are everywhere.
Let's have a feel. Oh, that feels soft. Smell and touch, taste, hear, see. Time to taste, ready, 1, 2, 3.
Taste an apple, taste a pear. Tasty things are everywhere.
Delicious. Smell and touch, taste, hear, see. Come and sing the senses song with me. Smell and touch, taste, hear, see. Time to hear, ready, 1, 2, 3.
Hear the music, hear the fair. Things to hear are everywhere.
Smell and touch, taste, hear, see. Time to see, ready, 1, 2, 3. See our house, see near and far. Things to be seen wherever you are. Smell and touch, taste, hear, see. You've come and sung the senses song with me.
You know, Simon, I think taste is my favourite sense.
Me too.
That's right, I've washed my hands and they're nice and clean because I thought I'd make something using all the senses. Some delicious salad. Now then, we can see the different colours of the salad. We can see red tomatoes, green beans, orange carrots and yellow baby sweet corn. And we can feel the textures of the different food. This baby sweet corn feels quite rough and knobbly. Now we can also smell the food. What about this spring onion? That smells quite strong. And we can hear the food. We can hear celery like this. Because celery is quite crunchy and quite delicious. We can also taste the food, and we can taste it when we finish making a salad face. Now then, I thought we'd make a little boy first, so we get quite a large plate there, and I've got some spring onions here. Now, this is what a spring onion looks like, whole. But I've chopped the tops off and I'm going to use the tops as spiky hair. So let's get some tops there. There. A bit more spiky, I think. There. Now then, should we use the bottom of the spring onions for eyebrows? What do you think? They smell strong. We'll pop those there. Now for eyes, what about something else that smells quite strong? Do you know what this is? It's a radish, and I've chopped it in two, and we can use that for eyes. Now, a nose. What should we use as a nose? What do you think? What about a carrot? An orange carrot. There we are. Ooh, it's starting to look a bit like a little boy. What else? He needs some ears to hear with. Now then, I've got something very interesting here that we could use for ears. And this is called a yellow pepper. And it's quite smooth on the outside. And I don't know what you think, but I think They make perfect ears. And I think we could use a red pepper for the mouth. There we are. And there is our little boy. Oh, I think he will taste delicious. Now then, what should we make next? What about a little girl? I think that would be perfect. So we'll put you there. There we are. Get another plate. Now then, for hair, what should we do? What about celery? Now, celery is rough on the outside, but if you turn it the other way round, it's smooth. And also, celery is very crunchy. So if we put some celery there, and let's put some celery there. Now, my favourite food is green beans. So I think we should put some green beans on our salad. And they can be the fringe of the little girl. There we are. Oh, I think that makes a really good fringe, don't you? There. Now then, what else have we got? Ooh, what about a red, juicy tomato for the little girl's ears? And I've chopped my tomato into quarters, and if we just pop it there, I think that would be perfect. And something else that smells so fresh and wonderful, and that is a cucumber. Oh, it smells delicious. Now, I think some slices of cucumber for eyes. And what else? I think another one of these for a mouth. Now, can you remember what this is? A red pepper. So we'll pop that just there. And there's my little girl. Oh.
Sarah Jane?
Yes?
You've forgotten to give the girl's face something very important.
Well, what's that, Tamba?
A nose to smell with.
Oh, yes, a nose. Oh, well, what can we use as a nose?
Something with a very strong smell. How about a radish?
Oh, well, that's a good idea, isn't it? What about a strong smelling radish? Do you want to smell?
Yeah, that's great.
We'll pop that just there then.
And what is there to hear?
Oh, well.
This looks delicious.
Well, you can hear how much Simon's enjoying the food. Oh, Simon, will you go and see what's through the windows, please?
Oh, okay. Now, we buy most of the food we eat from the shops, don't we? But where does it come from before it gets to the shops? Well, some of it comes from the sea, and you can see how it's caught through one of the windows. Shall we have a look? How many windows? 1, 2, 3. Round, square or arched? Which one will it be? It's the round window. Early in the morning, when you and I are fast asleep, there are some people who are wide awake. This boat belongs to Bob, and he and his brother Dave are going fishing for lobsters. But first, they need to get some bait so that they can catch the lobsters. This is a box of fish called scat, and the lobsters really like scat. Now it's time for Bob and Dave to sail out to sea to catch some lobsters. But it's still very dark outside. So Bob uses this special machine called a sonar. And the sonar helps Bob and Dave find the places where they left their lobster pots a few days ago. That heavy weight made sure the pot stayed at the bottom of the sea. Looks like the seagulls are ready for some breakfast. And this is a lobster pot with a lobster in it. Dave is taking out the old bait from the pot and throwing it to the seagulls. Then he puts the lobster under this sack. He closes up the pot and stacks it, ready to go back into the sea. Bob and Dave have caught another lobster. Isn't it big? But there are still more lobster pots to check and stack up. Bob is using a machine called a winch to pull the lobster pots out of the sea. And when all the pots are up, it's time to throw the heavy weight and the lobster pots back into the sea, ready to catch some more lobsters. And all the lobster pots are tied together in a line using a long rope. It's a bit like lots of beads on a very long necklace. There's still lots of rope to go. There goes the last pot. Now that all the lobster pots are back in the sea, Bob and Dave can head back to the harbour with their catch. But what's Dave doing now? He's measuring the lobsters. If they're too small, then he'll put them back into the sea. Well, now he's putting elastic bands on their claws so that they can't pinch anyone. Bob and Dave have finished their day's work, but some people are just heading out. Look at that old sailing ship. This is the harbour where Bob and Dave picked up their bait earlier on. But this time they're delivering the lobsters that they have caught. Another day of fishing is done for Bob and Dave, and it's time for them to go back home and get a bit of sleep.
Fancy catching lobsters in pots. There are lots of different ways you can catch sea creatures. And there's an animal in today's story that's brilliant at catching fish. See if you can guess what it is. It's a bird and it walks a bit like this. Tikkabilla, Tockabilla. Tikkabilla, Tock. What's the time on the Tikkabilla clock? Well, the long hand is pointing up to the number 12. So that means it's something o'clock. And the short hand is pointing to the number 11. So the clock says it's 11 o'clock. But what's underneath the clock today? It's a penguin. And this penguin is called Cuddly Dudley. And that's the name of today's story.
Dudley loved to play. He loved to play jumping, diving, and splashing. But most of all, Dudley loved to play all by himself. The trouble was, Dudley was such a lovely, cuddly penguin that whenever his brothers and sisters found him on his own, they just couldn't resist having a huddle and a waddle and a cuddle with him. "Go away," Dudley would say. "Leave me alone." "We can't," came the reply. "You're just too cuddly, Dudley." "I'm fed up with all your huddling and waddling and cuddling," said Dudley one day. "I'm going to find a place where I can play all on my own." And off he went. He waddled and he toddled for many, many miles, until, quite by chance, he found a little wooden house which looked perfect for a penguin, and it seemed to be empty. "At last," said Dudley, "a house of my own, a place where I can jump about all day without being disturbed." Well, just then there came a rap-tap-tap at the little wooden door. "It's us," said two of Dudley's sisters. "We followed your waddle prints. Can we come in?" "No, you jolly well can't," said Dudley. "I'm very busy and I don't want to be disturbed, so please go away." And he shut the little wooden door and was alone once more. "At last," said Dudley, "a house of my own, a place where I can splash about all day without being—" Just then there came a rap-tap-tap at the little wooden door. "It's us," said his brothers and sisters. "We followed your waddle prints. Can we come in at—" "No, you jolly well can't," said Dudley. "I don't want to huddle and waddle and cuddle, so for the very last time, stop following me around." He slammed the little wooden door shut and was alone once more. "At last," sighed Dudley, "a house of my own." Bang, bang, bang went the little wooden door. "That does it," he said. "When I catch those penguins, I'll—" But it wasn't the penguins at the little wooden door. It was a great big man. "My word," said the great big man. "What an adorable penguin! Give us a cuddle," he cried, and he chased Dudley all around the house and out into the snow. Dudley ran and escaped from the man. And then he decided to head back home. But which way was home? Crunch, crunch, crunch went Dudley, looking for some waddle prints to follow. But when night came, he was still alone and completely lost. And now, for the first time, he was lonely. He climbed a hill to get a better view, and at the top he saw an enormous orange moon with hundreds of tiny sparkling stars huddled all around it. "Excuse me," said a penguin from the foot of the hill. "Have you finished being alone yet? Only we wondered, now that you're back, if you wouldn't mind whether we could. It's just that you're so cuddly!" shouted Dudley, and he bounced down the hill as fast as he could. Then Dudley and all his brothers and sisters had the best huddling, waddling, cuddling session that they'd ever had, until... "Give us a cuddle!" I like cuddles, do you? Now, you might be able to see some real penguins through one of the windows. Shall we have a look? How many windows? 1, 2, 3. Round, square or arched? Which one will it be? It's the square window.
These penguins are having a race. Who can swim and who can dive the fastest? Even when the wind blows and it's snowing, the emperor penguin keeps the egg warm. All the daddy penguins huddled together to shelter against the wind. What caring dads! Imagine living where it's snowy and icy all year, where it's cold the whole time. Here in Great Britain, the country where we live, we have lots of different types of weather. In the winter, it's mostly cold and it's sometimes snowy. And in the spring, it's cool, but sometimes the rain showers down. And in the summer, it's mostly sunny. But sometimes it thunders. I hear thunder, I hear thunder. Hark, don't you, hark, don't you. Pitter-patter raindrops, pitter-patter raindrops. I'm wet through, so are you.
Did you hear that? I know. Let's sing the song again. This time, let's sing it as a round. A round is where one person starts singing and the others join in later.
Oh, good idea. Well, I'll start, and if you know the words, join in with me. Are you ready? I hear thunder, I hear thunder. Hark, don't you, hark, don't you. Pitter-patter raindrops, pitter-patter raindrops. I'm wet through, so are you. I'm wet
through. Raindrops, pitter-patter raindrops. I'm wet through, so are you.
Well, now the clouds are clearing and the sun is coming out once more. Join in with me this time. I feel sunshine, I feel sunshine from up high, from up high. Let the sunshine warm you, let the sunshine warm you. Now you're dry, so am I.
Let the sunshine warm you, let the sunshine warm you. Now you're dry, so am I. Now, what's the weather like where you are? Is it sploshing about in the rain weather?
Or sitting about in the sun weather?
Well, whatever the weather's like, we hope you're having a lovely day and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.